We're back for game 2 at Estadio Olímpico Félix Sánchez in the heart of Santo Domingo as the sun sets here tonight, but the 2022 Concacaf Under-20 Women's Championship rolls on. The Dominican Republic will play their first game of Group E in front of home fans as they face Puerto Rico this evening. 4 groups of 4 looking to advance to the World Cup in August in Costa Rica. 3 from each group advancing here tonight, and I'm Casey White on the call for today's game. A lot at stake for these two teams, and although 3 advance, most of these teams looking to try to top the leaderboard in earlier play. Other people, United States taking 3 points, Nicaragua not able to secure any points, but Santo Domingo the site here this evening. We take a look at what it's like pitch side for the players. 77% chance of rain, 14 miles per hour. Still warm here this evening. The 3 p.m. kickoff, quite warm, and definitely played into some of the players' ability to go the entire 90 minutes. Still warm here this evening as well, but it's sure to be a really exciting matchup between the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, as both of these coaches head up the senior teams. They're also here this evening with the under-20 teams as well. Lots at stake for both these teams as they get in their home opener for Dominican Republic. The opening game is always a bit tough, trying to navigate how everything gets started, starting off strong and making sure that each of them start off on the right foot. The lights are bright in Santo Domingo. Coming up shortly, we're going to have the player entrances. They're going to be entering the field as well as national anthems. And then we will be getting the kickoff underway in Santo National anthems are complete here in the Dominican Republic. Group E play as both teams, Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, initiate their final preparations before kickoff in this first matchup for both of these teams. Group E play, an earlier game in Group E, United States versus Nicaragua. These two now getting their opportunity to showcase what they can do inside of Estadio Olímpico. Félix, Sánchez, final pictures here. The Dominican Republic has 7 players that are in this starting group that were also on the senior qualifying roster. Watch for Angelina Vargas and Jaslyn Oviedo to be the attacking presence for them. They are just so good in the attack, those two. Liliana Clase, also a very good attacker that was part of the senior roster. Jose Benito coaches this team as well as the senior team. And then Nadia Colon, a lot of experience in that back line. She'll look to secure that against a Puerto Rico attack that will be sure to provide a challenge here this evening. As the captains meet in the middle, our referees, the center official, Crystal Sobers, assisted by both Karen Diaz and Natasha Trott, with our 4th official, Miriam Leon from El Salvador. Jaslyn Oviedo and Verada Vasquez do the coin toss and exchange in these final minutes before we get underway. Everyone looking like they're gonna have a good time. A few chuckles from the referee. We'll take a look at the VAR as well. We have 2 VAR officials, Eduardo Galvin and Katia Garcia, both from Mexico. They will be in charge of any of the VAR reviews. Really great to have that at this Under-20 Concacaf Women's Championship. And we'll take a look at the Puerto Rico starting lineup. J-Lo Verada Vasquez, the captain, in goal for them. Just a steadying force for this group from Puerto Rico. The trio from Georgia State in the lineup, Brooke Hart, Alondra Nieves, and Ana Diaz. Those 3 all attacking players for Puerto Rico. As both of these teams match up extremely well, both with coaches that have also been the head coaches of the senior national team recently in their CONCACAF Senior World Cup qualifying. So expect to see similar styles of play with these under-20 teams as well as they compete for their right to go to the World Cup in August in Costa Rica. Both goalkeepers on each end. Adaliana Gomez will be in the yellow, J-Lo Verada Vasquez in the black for Puerto Rico. And we're underway in the first half. Puerto Rico versus the Dominican Republic. Puerto Rico in the blue kits with red socks from right to left, and in the white kits, the Dominican Republic attacking from left to right. I'm Casey White, excited to bring this game to you and be a part of this experience with you this evening. Should be a great matchup between these 2 teams in Group E play. Well, one in midfield by Puerto Rico. Pardo with the ball. Both teams traditionally playing out of a 4-4-2 attacking formation. This is Clase on the left side. Excuse me, Brooke Hart on the left side there, earning that throw in for Puerto Rico. And Pizarro will take this to retain possession. First minutes of these games so important for these players as we get a look at the captain, Jaslyn Oviedo. Just first game jitters, making sure that they can get first touches on the ball. Simplicity so important for these 2 groups as they get comfortable in this environment with so much at stake, representing their countries for a chance to compete in the World Cup. That'll be saved on the sideline by Pardo. 16 teams are here in the Dominican Republic playing out at 2 venues. This one, Estadio Olímpico Félix Sánchez. The other venue in San Cristobal, turned over by Puerto Rico. And they'll restart through their captain, Verada Vasquez. 4 teams in each group, 3 advancing out of each group to the round of 16. And as they make their way through those knockout rounds, the champion, runner-up, and 3rd place will take a spot for the World Cup, in addition to Costa Rica, who is the host for this year's World Cup. Slip ball in behind a Clase, not able to collect. A very similar style of play can be expected to be seen with both of these starting 11s in their 4-4-2 formation. A lot of possession-oriented soccer, looking to find the feet of their front runners, one coming in, one going in behind. Great ball by Pardo to penetrate the back line. Good touch there around the defender, looking to play it across. Diving clearance there by the back line of the Dominican Republic. Pichardo does well with that clearance for the Dominican Republic, and really the first opportunity of this game coming in the 4th minute, but not able to provide a finishing touch to test Gomez. Pressure put on by Hart, and that'll be seen out of play by Thin. Burkhart lively on that left side for Puerto Rico to start, the Georgia State University player. Muniz will bring that up the right side. Looking for the ball in behind to the speedy Vargas. That'll be a throw to the Dominican Republic. A tight matchup in this Group E game. The Dominican Republic currently ranked 8th in Concacaf. Puerto Rico 13th, so not much separation in terms of ranking. Those rankings coming out at the end of the 2020 Women's Championship as Pardo draws the foul. And they'll play quickly, Puerto Rico. Well won in midfield by the Dominican Republic, Clase. Foul called, and that'll be, the ball will be towards the Dominican Republic. Cintron with this foul, just stepping in, the ball winner in that midfield space. Most of this game so far in the first 6 minutes has been played in the middle third of the field. Only one half chance coming from across in the 4th minute from Puerto Rico, but cleared by the Dominican Republic. But both teams just establishing possession as the Dominican Republic wins the ball, and Gill will play it out to the left side. Cologne will take the throw. The Dominican Republic having 7 of these players that are in the starting 11 that were part of the senior qualification tournament, the first of 2 games which were in February this past week. So getting a few of those players getting minutes actually in those games, Nadia Colon being one of them. Oviedo. Clase. She'll choose to possess instead. Long service to Vargas. Vargas gets a touch, trying to get into the penalty area, and she does on the right foot, looking to the back post, and that will sail just high. Angelina Vargas with that opportunity for the Dominican Republic. Angelina Vargas just narrowly avoids that confrontation, comes back inside, and just great opportunity, trying to bend it with a bit of power to the back post, but it lifts on her. Gonzalez will look to change the point of attack. Soto to Pardo. Pizarro will start that over for Puerto Rico. That will already have been out of bounds, and Colon will take this throw in for the Dominican Republic. So far in this first 10 minutes, not a lot of opportunities. One half chance for Puerto Rico, one for the Dominican Republic. A lot of play in the midfield area for both of these groups. Both very sophisticated teams in attacking, love to keep possession of the ball. A lot of times you see this early on in the game, both out of that 4-4-2, just figuring out how can they best penetrate in behind that back line and create opportunities. Nat Gonzalez, the head coach for Puerto Rico, took the position in September of 2021. He's currently the head coach at University of California, Riverside, and has been since 2011. So a lot of experience from Coach Gonzalez, but relatively new to the program as the head coach for both the U20 and the senior women's team. Nieves. Cintron will switch to Pardo in the wide area. Pardo finds the space in front of the back line. A shot, but nothing to test Gomez. Ana Diaz looking for her opportunity for something on frame, and it's the first save for Odaliana Gomez. Nieves will pressure for Puerto Rico. Soto will find Pardo open in the wide space. Ball in behind to test the back line. Looking to penetrate is Garner. She does get to it, Garner. Early service across. Head on the ball, and it's Hart, and it's a goal! Brooke Hart with the exquisite finish on that one from a play from Ivy Garner, and that's Puerto Rico 1-0 in the 12th minute. What a finish by Brooke Hart on this ball. Nieves making this near post run, looking like she's going to challenge. It just drops, and outside of the left foot for Brooke Hart. That is not an easy finish. Floating up top, times this incredibly well for the full volley into that side netting, but what a finish by Hart. The early lead for Puerto Rico comes off the left foot of Brooke Hart. 1-0 lead, a lot of the play, not really going into those final thirds, but she makes the most of that opportunity. So we get a look at Benny Rabito, the head coach for the Dominican Republic, looking to organize after conceding quite early in the game. Well taken by Jaslyn Oviedo. Looking to go herself, she does. Will she get the right-footed shot off? Yes. But Verada Vasquez is in the way and makes her first save. The University of Florida freshman Verada Vasquez in goal for Puerto Rico, also captaining the squad today. It's been a youth international for Puerto Rico and has spent some time with the senior women's team as well. So a lot of experience there helping her lead this under-20 group. Puerto Rico looking to make sure nothing is conceded in these critical 5 minutes after a goal. So much momentum going in their direction. Nat Gonzalez has to be happy with the 1-0 lead, but not wanting to concede anything right away, settle back in to the flow of things and establish possession again. Puerto Rico establishing possession early on, doing really well to control most of the possession, but it was more in their defensive half. Now Dominican Republic pushing a little bit more, as so often happens after a first goal in a game. That'll be deflected out for another throw-in. The goal scorer, Brooke Hart, will chase. Puerto Rico throw. Both of these teams in search for points in Group E action. United States already securing 3 points in this group. Pizarro will start over and recycle the ball. Diaz and Vargas press a little bit higher for the Dominican Republic. Garner is able to keep this in, avoids 2 defenders, Ivy Garner. Looking forward, has runners in the box, plays it back, and not able to put that on frame is Diaz. But 3 runners in the box for Puerto Rico as Garner is able to create another opportunity for Puerto Rico. Muniz. Marte, under a lot of pressure from Garner, does well to get it out of danger. Cologne. Looking to take advantage of that space in behind that Pardo left on that far side flank, but not able to do so, but still reestablishing possession is the Dominican Republic. We're in the 18th minute in Santo Domingo. The Dominican Republic having a home advantage, playing in their home country, but still down 1-0 early on in this game. I'm Casey White on the call for this one here today. Nieves will chase for Puerto Rico. Gonzalez is organizing with the 1-0 lead. His group has done well to make sure nothing happened quickly after that first goal. Vargas. Pizarro steps in and will start the attack the opposite direction. At speed is Pizarro. Well defended by Muniz. Seven of the starting players for the Dominican Republic are American-born, with 4 being born in the Dominican Republic. So finding talent in multiple places, the Dominican Republic, and really providing programming to allow all of these players to succeed, from the youth national teams up to the senior team for the Dominican Republic. Garner comes inside this time, and Diaz will look to change the point. Pizarro. Nieves finds her way into the box. Gomez will come out. Goal kick given. Clase will keep possession for the Dominican Republic. Play on, says Crystal Sobers. On the flip side, Puerto Rico, all starters today are American-born, coming through the youth system in the United States, with multiple players playing in the collegiate game. Clase looks to create a 2v1 wide. Ball played across. Verada Vasquez with the initial save. Clase looking for the second chance opportunity, unable to get a shot off. Well defended. Vargas looking to pressure, but very calm by Verada Vasquez to get that one out of the back. Marte will look to clean this one up with Gomez. Hart finds Diaz. Nieves all alone on this near side flank. Well recovered by Muniz. Hart again. The Goal coming in the 12th minute from Brooke Hart. Would love to see more of that wide space play from Puerto Rico. It proved to really be useful for them in creating that opportunity. They had a half chance a little bit earlier than that in about the 4th minute. In the 12th minute, finally the breakthrough goal from their group, finding space in the wide areas as Pizarro looks to do just that, and that will be called out for a throw-in. Both teams looking to establish possession, but not a lot of numbers going forward. The max amount of numbers so far has been about 3 players for both teams, so continuing to look to get numbers forward will be imperative to both of these groups. Muniz will let that go out. Good run by Cologne to eliminate 3 defenders. Gill. Pichardo not able to keep that. No chances taken in the back by Verada Vasquez. Little slip ball through, not able quite to get to Clase, but Oviedo does pick it up. Hart will look to clear forward, and it is kept through the feet of Nieves. Diaz will join. And reestablish possession in the middle third does Puerto Rico. Well done by Pizarro. Pizarro to Nieves. Gomez stays on her line. Giving chase is Marte. Goal kick. Marte coming across incredibly well into that space to cover for Palathin. No issue with that slip ball through. Muniz. Throw in will go to Puerto Rico. Verada Vasquez so calm with the ball at her feet. Made her debut for the senior team over 4 years ago in 2018. Only 19 years of age now, so at 15 years old made her debut for the senior team. So lots of experience despite her age, both at the senior level and at these youth levels as well. Garner puts pressure, foul, and that will be a free kick for the Dominican Republic. It's a good matchup on both wings for Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. Garner and Hart being extremely lively for Puerto Rico, really causing Colon and Muniz to have to defend for the Dominican Republic, and that's been when Puerto Rico has looked the most dangerous. Dominican Republic still trying to figure out how to get numbers forward. doing well in the middle third, but not able to get as many forwards to create dangerous opportunities thus far in this game. Clase will look to start it over through Gomez. Well played by Oviedo. Garner will come inside, finds Diaz in front of the back line. The space was out on the left, but Diaz trying to find Nieves through that center channel, and Gill will go the other way quickly. Diaz will play Vargas. Verada Vasquez does well to collect. And you almost get the feel watching the game that it'll be something in the counterattack that is causing the most opportunities for these teams. Once a team is dispossessed, how quickly can the other team transition from defense to attack, just like their Dominican Republic, looking to get forward quickly. Same thing with Puerto Rico has occurred. That set them up for their first opportunity of this game to take the 1-0 lead. Hart finds Nieves. Well dealt with by Marte. Marte doing so well in that back line. Penn Fusion Soccer Academy product, currently at Hofstra University. We've seen her cover on both sides. Nieves really trying to get in behind that back line, but her experience from the senior roster helping her today in this under-20 game. Nat Gonzalez appointed in 2021 in September, so just a few short months ago as the ball's played across, taking over both this team and the senior team for Puerto Rico. Nieves looking to play it across, well defended, well organized by the Dominican Republic in the final third. Jose Benito Ribito for the Dominican Republic, looking on. Surely going to be giving his team some pointers here coming up shortly as they approach the 31st minute. And there will be an early substitution in this one. Jessica Torres will come into this game for Natasha Soto. So an early substitution in the 31st minute for Puerto Rico. Not super normal to be subbing this early on, but perhaps a knocker, something of a sort to be sorted out there. And it'll be a corner kick for the Dominican Republic. First corner kick of the game for the Dominican Republic, and a great opportunity now for a Dominican Republic team that hasn't really created a lot going forward. They have a lot of athleticism and creativity out of their attacking players, but just haven't been able to get into spaces that have been dangerous for Puerto Rico. Four starting on the inline, one in front of the keeper. Be interesting to see their runs here on this one. Left-footed ball is across. A little bit too far out to provide any danger, but a right-footed ball, that goes over. Emily Pichardo with that strike. Kind of catches it on the bounce up, not able to connect with it going down where she could get that on frame, but an opportunity nonetheless as this ball gets headed down, deflected, and just on that slight bounce up, she sails it over the top. But it is an opportunity for the Dominican Republic and can potentially inspire them to continue to go forward a little bit more. Muniz, good feet from Muniz. It's tight spaces. Great flick by Vargas. Good cover from the midfielder, Michelle Burnt. Backline of Puerto Rico just not put under a whole lot of pressure here in the first 34 minutes by the Dominican Republic. Not for lack of ability, but not a lot of numbers going forward. And just as we saw in that last moment, some cover when it is needed by the Puerto Rican midfielder, Michelle Burnt. Brianna Pizarro will take the set piece, the 19-year-old. She'll elect to play short. Well dealt with by Pichardo, but Puerto Rico retains possession. And that one deflects off our center official, Crystal Sobers. An immediate whistle. Puerto Rico in clear possession here, so the ball will go to them as our center official was in the way of that possession pass. And she'll look to go long right away. Gomez will clean it up and play out of the back for the Dominican Republic. Great ball in by Muniz in front of the back line there for Diaz. Looking for Vargas. A lot of speed on Vargas. Verona Vasquez decides to let it go. Not sure if that was touched. Our assistant referee has indicated that it will be a goal kick. Vargas, a lot of speed, but just the pace of that pass behind the back line, not allowing her to get there, but better by the Dominican Republic to try to find the space in behind the back line and put the back line of Puerto Rico and their goalkeeper under a bit of pressure. Foul called. Free kick, Dominican Republic. Pardo has moved into that midfield space since the substitution was made. Jessica Torres was coming into the game. Pardo now into midfield as Soto made way for that substitute. Oviedo will look to take space. Diaz, Colon. Right foot of Colon, looking to put it in the dangerous area. Deflection, it is dangerous. Pizarro, great positioning defensively. And she'll find Brooke Hart. Separation so far in today's game, 1-0 Puerto Rico over the Dominican Republic here in Santo Domingo is the goal from Brooke Hart in the 12th minute, assisted by Ivy Garner. That's the only separation here today, perhaps a little bit more possession towards Puerto Rico, but not much, a very evenly matched game. But that has proven to be the difference so far as we enter the 38th minute here shortly. Gill will look to change the point through Oviedo. Clase getting in behind. Pizarro does get a touch on it. Clase does well to earn a corner kick, but well defended by Brianna Pizarro. A little more lively from the Dominican Republic. Going a little bit more direct now than perhaps they started the game, but it's proving important for them as they've now generated 2 corner kicks where a great opportunity came on the last one. Same setup as before on the left-footed service. Four on the inline, 1 in front of the goalkeeper for the Dominican Republic, with trailing players at the top of the penalty area. Seems like there is a check going on right now. We do have VAR in this under-20 women's championship, and there will be a VAR check for our center official, Crystal Sobers, as she jogs over to the video monitor. There's a long service in behind that allowed for Clase to earn this corner kick for the Dominican Republic. And this is what they're looking at. This ball's played over, trying to flick it over Pizarro. Does it go off the hand there? You can see the view that Crystal Sobers is looking at. This is what earned the initial call of a corner kick. But Eduardo Galvin and Katia Garcia, who are in our VAR booth, believe our center official should take a look at this. And these are important moments in these games. So great to have this technology at an under-20 Concacaf event. These refereeing crews want to get this right. So much at stake for these teams as they're looking to qualify. Little things matter, and this can certainly be something that changes the game. Taking her time, Crystal Sobers, making sure she gets a very good look at this from all angles. Liliana Clase for Dominican Republic, who is attacking here, was part of the senior qualifying roster as well. And certainly a tough view there that we're seeing. This perhaps the best view of this situation. So we do see a hand extended there. And Crystal Sobers will come back to the field of play after an extensive VAR check, rightfully so, as the implications would be huge here for both Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. And it is a penalty kick. Crystal Sobers taking her time to ensure that she gets this call right, and a penalty kick is awarded. And a yellow card is going to be given to Brianna Pizarro for that handball. And a penalty kick nonetheless is coming for the Dominican Republic in the 42nd minute. And this is exactly why VAR is very important in these moments. The players from Puerto Rico obviously not happy as Pizarro working hard to defend and get back, but those are the type of things that do happen when balls are played over the top and the back line is having to retreat. It appears Gabriela Marte, the 19-year-old, will step up for this penalty. A little gamesmanship being shown by J-Lo Verada Vasquez, not wanting to back up right away, ensuring that maybe Gabriela Marte has to think a little bit more about this opportunity. while Verada Vasquez gets set. Crystal Sobers making sure all players the center back steps up with the left foot, saved, another opportunity, can she put it in? And she does! Gabriela Marte able to tie the game up in the 43rd minute. Initially a missed opportunity and saved by Verada Vasquez, but doesn't put her head down, has a second chance opportunity with her left foot and slides it home for the tying goal. Gabriela Marte opens up, well read by Verada Vasquez, but can't come back up, and no players trailing quick enough to be able to put any kind of pressure on Marte. She's able to follow up with this one. It doesn't come off the post where another player has to. It comes right off that keeper. And what a heads-up play by the center back in a very important 43rd minute goal for the Dominican Republic. Such an important tying goal for the Dominican Republic. Starting to show a little bit more life as they look for this space where that ball was just played in behind the center back where the outside back can't quite recover. Ever since they've gotten out of that possession and started to put a little more pressure on the back line of Puerto Rico, it's been good for them. Puerto Rico trying to reestablish possession. They had an early goal in the 12th minute to go up 1-0, but the Dominican Republic have now tied it up right before halftime. Foul called on Burnt. It'll be a set piece for the Dominican Republic. Long service. The runs of the Dominican Republic just not set and ready to go across frame, and that one sails out for a goal kick. And again, the couple minutes after a goal, so important. Earlier, Puerto Rico really had to fend off a bit of a attack from the Dominican Republic. Did well to do so and reassert possession. Now the Dominican Republic trying to manage these last few minutes before the half. Clase plays it into Diaz. Verada Vasquez, so quick off her line, does extremely well because that looked like a potential second opportunity on goal for the Dominican Republic. 3 minutes of additional time will be added here in Santo Domingo. Diaz pressures Verada Vasquez. Dominican Republic not sitting back after that goal, just seeing that putting some pressure higher up has been good for them. And Puerto Rico does look to go the other way. Perhaps they get an opportunity before. Brooke Hart to Nieves, and it's a goal! The 46-minute goal by Alondra Nieves, crashing through the middle of the penalty area. And this is in those vital few minutes where the momentum has changed and Puerto Rico has taken the momentum back with the 46-minute goal. Brooke Hart with the goal and an assist. What a great ball in behind the back line. That exposed area where the center back was forward. Marta couldn't come across to put pressure. Nieves just able to get the touch on frame. This space has been very good to Puerto Rico, and they change momentum with this goal to go up 2-1. Only tied for 3 minutes. Puerto Rico, what a response before the half. Foul, Puerto Rico set piece. This completely changes the narrative of the teams going into halftime if it remains this way. Dominican Republic looking to go into halftime with a momentum shift, some excitement, some confidence built. Puerto Rico bouncing back and completely turning it on its head to go up 2-1. Pizarro. Hart will see that out, looking for the corner kick, and she does get one. Long service played across. A lot of Dominican Republic defenders, and it's headed out. Diaz will look to clear. Cologne will look to take the throw in. Ball played on that far side flank, looking to possess through the midfield is Diaz. And that's the halftime whistle. An exciting last 5 minutes of the first half for Puerto Rico to take the 2-1 lead. After a 1-0 lead for them, Dominican Republic coming to tie it up 1-1. Now going into halftime with the lead is Puerto Rico off a goal and an assist from Brooke Hart. The go-ahead goal from Nieves, but an exciting first half. Come back right after this and join us for halftime highlights and stats. halftime in Santo Domingo. Puerto Rico taking on the Dominican Republic, the hosts of this Concacaf U20 World Cup qualifying action. This would be the go-ahead goal early on in the game. A great finish from Brooke Hart in the 12th minute. Ivy Gardner just taking a quick look, trying to float it to that back post area, and an outside of the foot volley. Welcome to qualifying, Brooke Hart. What a goal. Way to announce yourself there. This is lovely. Nieves looking to get ahead on it. It just drops to Brooke Hart and puts that away. That's a no-doubter right there. 1-0 to Puerto Rico. And a lot of possession between these two teams in the middle third. Really, Puerto Rico scoring on their first opportunity. There were others to come. Ana Diaz there looking to put that one on frame, not able to do so. And this would be the opportunity for the Dominican Republic. Crystal Sobers would go to VAR. A penalty would be awarded. And Marte initially saved on her penalty kick. Heads up play, puts it in the side netting to tie the score in the 43rd minute. Murata Vasquez, a great initial save, but none of the defenders heads up enough to get there in time. It bounces right back to Marte, and the center back puts it away for 1-1. But the tie wouldn't be there long. Brooke Hart plays this ball across to Alondra Nieves, her college teammate. A good connection there. This slip ball in behind, very good pace on it, so Brooke Hart could play a first-time ball, takes the 2-1 lead in the 46th minute, does Puerto Rico. And just that tie only lasting for almost 3 minutes. Puerto Rico using this goal to really switch the momentum going into halftime as the Dominican Republic was trying to crawl their way back into this game, and they did, and now it's down 1-2 against Puerto Rico is the home team. We'll take a look at the halftime stats. It's very even across the board. 4 shots to 3 for the Dominican Republic, 2-1 in shots on goal. 6 fouls for Puerto Rico. The offside's pretty even, 1-0 and 1 corner each, but the possession in the favor of Puerto Rico, 53% to 47%, generating more opportunities through the run of play as Puerto Rico, but most of the game still being played in that middle third. But 2-1 nonetheless, Dominican Republic getting that opportunity when they started to play a little bit more direct, drawing that penalty kick and then being able to convert was Marte. But both of these teams, an opportunity to take points away from this game in Santo Domingo, both playing extremely well. It's a competitive matchup. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere and join us for the second half of this great matchup in Group E. Welcome back to Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. We are at Estadio Olímpico Félix Sánchez, about to begin the second half of the Group E game between the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. An exciting first half, 3 goals in the half. Right now, Puerto Rico is ahead 2-1 over the Dominican Republic. We'll have a substitution coming into the game for Puerto Rico. Indigo Sims will enter. The second sub for Puerto Rico. And we'll have 2 subs as well for the Dominican Republic. Jasmine Herrera will be coming into the game for Emily Pichardo. So these are the first 2 subs for the Dominican Republic. Also coming into the game, Camilla Morel coming in for Kisla Gill. So the first 2 subs for the Dominican Republic, the second of 2 subs for Puerto Rico, the first one coming in the first half when Jessica Torres entered the game for Natasha Soto. Should be an exciting second half coming up. It's been a back and forth game with the goal scoring, a lot of possession for both teams in this game as they both fight for a share of these points in Group E. They want to keep pace with the United States, who earned 3 points earlier this evening in Estadio Olímpico Félix Sánchez with a win 6-0 over Nicaragua. And we're underway in the second half. Dominican Republic in white, attacking from right to left. Puerto Rico in blue with the Red Sox, attacking from left to right. I'm Casey White. Looking forward to bringing you this second half of action. 2 teams that match up extremely well with one another. There's small little details that have been the separator so far in this game. So a lot coming up, I'm sure, in this second half that's going to entertain all of us. Verona Vasquez will come off her line. A little bit of a scary moment as Vargas shows a bit of her speed. Vargas playing in the senior qualifying tournament. We haven't seen as much of her speed here tonight, but a player that scored a very good goal for the senior qualifiers against Grenada when she came in as a substitute late in the game, scoring in the 86th minute. So a forward capable of scoring for the Dominican Republic and getting more into this game for them as an attacking threat. Morel will try to win this ball for the Dominican Republic. Foul called. Free kick to Puerto Rico. That foul drawn by Ileana Pardo of NC Courage Academy in North Carolina. Older sister plays on the national team as well, but for the senior side, Melina Pardo, a few years older. Get a look at Indigo Sims, who entered into the game at halftime. It's her first touches on the ball, able to keep possession. And this will go the way of Puerto Rico in a dangerous area. Just a fight for the ball here. Vargas with the foul as she wraps around Ileana Pardo. Garner will step up to take this set piece. Garner playing it in low, just too much pace. Timing of the runs a bit off. And Garner moving into that inside space up top for Puerto Rico, originally starting on the right side as we see that last ball played through. Just can't catch up to the speed of the ball or the runners. And Alondra Nieves coming out. Indigo Sims now on the right side for Puerto Rico. So a bit of a personnel change, no tactical change noticed thus far in the way either of these teams have come out. Both still in their 4-4-2 formation. And that really plays a role in how they matched up in the first half with a lot of possession, pretty even though Puerto Rico was able to get 53% of the possession in the first half. Sims will start over the possession. Hart will chase. Hart taking on Muniz, good feet. Back into the penalty area. Hart with the right-footed shot, Gomez with the save. Gomez, one of the high schoolers on this roster from Matchfit FC and committed to go to the University of Delaware. Been steady in goal so far, even with the 2 goals against. Done very well organizing at the back for the Dominican Republic. Herrera gets her first touches of this half and of the game. Play on, says our referee, and now the whistle will come. Foul called on that last play. Palathin was the one involved in the play, the center back. And she'll be on the ball now. Dominican Republic establishing a little bit more possession earlier on, but where they were most effective in that first half was looking to play direct and causing the Puerto Rican back line to have to chase backwards. That's when the Dominican Republic really started to become more dangerous in this game. So it'll be interesting to see if they can reestablish that kind of dangerous attacking presence here in the second half. Jose Benny Rabito looking on at his Dominican Republic team. Well collected by Diaz. Diaz again in the wide space, looking for runners. She looked to take on herself, but well defended by Palathin. Ball played across into the area, headed on. Sims not able to direct that on frame with only 1 runner in the box. Not as dangerous as it could have been, but Puerto Rico looking to take advantage in that left flank area again. Brooke Hart just so active today, and well done by Sims to get in that near post space in front of Cologne. Brooke Hart 1 goal and 1 assist so far. She opened the scoring in the 12th minute and was able to get the assist in the 46th minute to Nieves, who substituted off at halftime. Garner. Garner, great ball to Diaz. Looking across, can she find Sims? No, just behind the run of the halftime substitute. Hart will strike it, but that will go over. Arguably the most active player so far for Puerto Rico has been Hart, not only with her ability to get on the scoreboard and into the stats with the assist and goal, but was very active on the left side. Take a look at the last opportunity she had. Hart. Pizarro will look to overlap. Well defended in that wide space by Clase. That'll trickle through to Gomez. Earlier games today as we open this World Cup qualifying campaign. The United States 6-0 over Nicaragua. El Salvador 3-0 over Trinidad and Tobago. We have this game currently going on as Pizarro looks to go forward, gets it on her left foot. Trying to find Garner, but well defended by Finn. Great feat by Clase to get out of that area. Also, Canada playing St. Kitts was up 6-0 at halftime, Canada, over St. Kitts and Nevis. So those are the 4 matchups for opening day of this Concacaf qualifying campaign. Ball played in behind. Garner will chase. Marte does very well to calm her back line and possess. That'll go out of play. Cologne will provide chase to take the throw in. Oviedo doing well to get out of pressure. Will look to find space on the opposite side, but well organized by the back line of Puerto Rico. Hart. Long service to the back post. Sims just a little bit too far inside on that run. No one able to make it into the box before that ball goes across. But Puerto Rico doing a really good job of keeping the Dominican Republic in their defensive half as Coach Rubito looks on. Nat Gonzalez, the Puerto Rican manager, just taking over in September as both the senior coach and the U20 women's head coach. Starting to imprint his philosophy on this team and on the programming in general for Puerto Rico. But so far today, very well organized. The only real opportunity given up by Puerto Rico was the penalty kick, which was accounts for the goal that the Dominican Republic does have, and that kick coming in the 43rd minute. Sims will go the other way. Appeals for an offside call. Sims again, and she'll earn the corner. Indigo Sims, the halftime substitute, only 16 years old, just recently called up in October 2021, already able to get some minutes here and earns the corner kick for her team. Pardo with the corner kick, bending left-footed ball in. This beats everyone for Puerto Rico, but Diaz will keep it alive as the Dominican Republic chases. Ball played in behind. This is the counter-attacking from Dominican Republic, referenced earlier. Vargas, left-footed ball across. This is dangerous. Well collected by Clase. Herrera looking to get an opportunity, decides to possess. Oviedo looking for the opportunity. Nothing to challenge Verada and Vasquez on that shot. Does very well to collect. Starting to see a little bit of what Vargas can do in transition for the Dominican Republic with her speed. Well dealt with by Marta. Marte scored the only goal for the Dominican Republic on the penalty kick on a second chance opportunity off her own penalty. done very well in the back line tonight. Father is Dominican, mother American, has chosen to play for the Dominican Republic. And that'll be a throw-in to Puerto Rico. Morel will provide pressure. There'll be another throw to Puerto Rico. That one just too long. Goal kick, Dominican Republic. These teams vying for a spot in the round of 16. 3 of the teams in this group will advance to that round. United States currently sits at the top with 3 points, but everything just started today, so we've got a long ways to go before that's decided. Marte trying to play out of the back, but Sims is able to take over possession for Puerto Rico. Burnt. Torres will play forward. A discussion to be had here, and a little chuckle from our center official, Crystal Sobers. Rubito speaking to Morel, organizing during a bit of confusion in the second half. Will be a free kick to the Dominican Republic after the confusion is figured out, and that'll be left for Marte. Be a bit, looks like they might be having a check going on right now as Crystal Sobers does stop play. We did have a VAR check in the first half, notably for the penalty kick call, in which our VAR officials rightfully brought Crystal Sobers over to make that call, which resulted in the penalty kick. Eduardo Galvin and Katia Garcia checking for a potential handball, it appears. And the discussions continue, but we're back underway. Ball played in, cleared out. Garner will collect and look to play forward for Puerto Rico. We're in the 63rd minute in the Dominican Republic. Estadio Olímpico, Félix Sánchez playing host to a lot of games, as we have 2 venues here, one in Santo Domingo and one in San Cristobal. I'm Casey White, bringing you this Group E game from Santo Domingo. A great venue for these players to be playing in, especially in this evening game. Burnt will look to change the point. Torres. Cintron able to get out of that, put under a lot of pressure, and this is that attacking transition that the Dominican Republic's looking for, but Ariana Diaz not able to get there. When Puerto Rico is in that expansive attacking shape, and there is a turnover, and they are dispossessed, They're a little bit vulnerable to that counterattack, but Verada Vasquez quick off her line, a lot of pace on that ball, and it doesn't amount to a clear opportunity for the Dominican Republic, but something to keep an eye on as we watch this game, and the Dominican Republic looks to find a way to get back in. Again, dispossessed is Puerto Rico. Good feet by Pardo. Sims will give chase against Marte. Look at the speed on Sims as she's going towards that inline. No runners right now in the box. Still looking to get it across. And she's able to get another corner kick for the Puerto Ricans. Another substitution being prepped, it appears, on the sideline with the manager, Rubito. And Indigo Sims winning the second corner kick for Puerto Rico. Not sure what occurred on that side, but Ileana Pardo will reset for this left-footed service. Ball played to the deep back post area, a little too far. Sims making that late back post run, but not able to connect. Finn will play quickly from Gomez. Marte. Colon well collected. Colon looks to that space in behind. There's Vargas. She has a one-on-one with Cintron. Will she take it? No. Looking for the cross, causing the save. Might have been going out of bounds, but did not want to take a chance on that one, Verada Vasquez. This is that direct ball the Dominican Republic has found so much success with. Head down, Vargas going, not able to really look at the numbers in the box. Verada Vasquez looking for that, but there will be a substitution. Maria Terraria, the 15-year-old, will come into the game for Camila Morel. Morel, a halftime substitute, getting 21 minutes here in the second half, and now the young midfielder will enter the game as well for the Dominican Republic. It's the third sub of the game for the Dominican Republic, 2 remaining. Left-footed service from Marte. This is dangerous to the back post. No one there. Terrera looking to get the opportunity of her first touch of the game, second touch of the game, and that's over. Five substitutions for each team in this qualifying event. 2 by Puerto Rico, and these are the first 2 touches of the game for Maria Terraria, who just came in. That one just not able to keep it low enough to challenge Verada Vasquez. Pizarro coming into the inside space, well defended by Paula Thin. Brookhart. Marte wanting the offside, play on. Lofted ball back post, it's headed on. Is it on frame? It is! A third goal for Puerto Rico. This one by Ivy Garner. Started on the right wing, has moved centrally. And Puerto Rico making it 3-1 in the 68th minute off the head of Ivy Garner. This ball by Hart again, just lofted into a dangerous area. Aggressive by Adaliana Gomez to come out and try to get a punch on that. It was well covered by defenders, and she comes aggressively. Garner just being extremely brave to go up for that. The 18-year-old makes it 3-1, and this could prove to be a very important goal in this game. That's the second assist for Brooke Hart off the left flank for Puerto Rico. Not only opening the scoring in the first half with the first goal, she also has provided 2 assists, one to Nieves in the first half and one to Garner in the second half. Kickoff to Dominican Republic, 3-1 Puerto Rico in the 69th minute. Dominican Republic really going to have to do something to generate more attack going forward. Would love to see Jaslyn Oviedo in the midfield, the captain, get a little bit higher up the field. And here she is on the ball, and no, it will go the other direction after the foul against Herrera. Jaslyn Oviedo providing a lot of possession for the Dominican Republic. But the Dominican Republic will need to have more numbers going forward, whether that's from their outside mids or someone like Oviedo coming through the middle with those deep runs from midfield. We'll have a substitution coming into the game for the Dominican Republic. Yendi Matos will come in and replace Lilian Clase, who's had just under 70 minutes on the right side up top for the Dominican Republic. Yendi Matos getting involved very quickly, currently playing at Navarro College, played her youth at Bob Soccer Club FC in Puerto Rico. Coming into the game on that left side. Last substitute coming into the game is taken up the right side, Maria Terraria. Muniz will look to take the throw, the far side. Well defended by Terraria. Just under 20 minutes left in regulation for the Dominican Republic to try to scrap some points away from Puerto Rico. 2 goals by no means insurmountable, but looking a little better for Puerto Rico here off that goal from Ivy Garner, providing a little bit of separation. Herrera will find Finn, who finds Marte. Looking to build out the left side. Pressure put on quickly by Torres. Torres and Indigo Sims have switched spots on this near side flank. It's Sims inserting into the right back position, and Torres a little bit higher up the field. Foul on Jaslyn Oviedo. Coming into the game, Marilia Nieves Melchor will be replacing Brooke Hart. 1 goal, 2 assists on the night for Brooke Hart. A great performance so far from her into the game, making everyone notice her in this opening game of qualifying for Puerto Rico, opening the scoring in the 12th minute. We'll go for frame. Gomez able to handle that one. Just coming into the game, the 16-year-old Nieves Melchor of Charlotte Soccer Academy, ECNL. Garner has slid back into that left midfield position to make way for Nieves Melchor. Good early tackle by Nieves Melcher, looking to attack. Plays Torres, first touch. Oh, lets her down. Comes back, but more numbers joining the attack. Diaz will chase. Looking to continue her play. And it'll be a goal kick by the looks of it in that reaction for the Dominican Republic. And really Puerto Rico just in a great place right now with the last bit of the game coming, not having to really push anything. Of course, the goal differential does matter, but securing the 3 points most important. And a tight enough game that they have to think about their defensive shape, but also don't have to push anything going forward. Dominican Republic at this point has to push and go to try to get at least a point out of this game if possible, knowing that the United States waits and Nicaragua. Garner will press. Cleared out for a throw for Puerto Rico. Oviedo dispossessed by Pardo, at least temporarily. Puerto Rico retains possession in the attacking third. Sims, second half substitute, trying to go up the line. She does, but this should go across for a goal kick. Rubito looking on, trying to help his Dominican Republic team look to get more numbers forward. They've been most successful with the more direct ball in behind, but Puerto Rico using a very organized shape to make it hard for the Dominican Republic. Matos will chase. Sims draws the foul, Puerto Rico ball. Sims doing very well just to use her body to draw the foul once there was a bit of a missed touch. Cintron will step up for the set piece. Change of point through Pizarro. Pizarro carded in the first half and what led to the penalty. Handball call. Other than that moment, been a very good performance from Brianna Pizarro for Puerto Rico. Doing very well on that left side to get into the attack with Brooke Hart when she was in the game. Long ball will go out for a goal kick. So we get a look at Ileana Pardo in the midfield for Puerto Rico. Oviedo. Puerto Rico so far in the second half, and it's becoming more obvious as the half goes on, really defending more in a 4-4-1-1 shape. Traditionally in that 4-4-2, but at times looking like they'll have Diaz drop off just a little bit. Well done by Cologne. Looking to play that ball in behind. Cintron expecting it, but Vargas chasing. A lot of speed by Vargas. The deflection will go out for a goal kick. The 78-minute sub, Liliana Hernandez, will come into the game. She'll be replacing Jessica Torres. Liliana Hernandez from Georgia, part of AFC Lightning, only 16 years old, coming into the game as a second half substitute for Puerto Rico. Diaz switching the point to Garner. Garner played right side, now on the left side, also centrally, coming back on her right foot. Gomez will have the save, but Garner showing her versatility for Puerto Rico. Diaz coming deep from her center forward position to dictate play for Puerto Rico. They'll continue to have the Dominican Republic chase. As a coach and as a team, you train for opportunities in moments like this. How do you deal with a lead? How do you deal with being behind? So both coaches certainly have prepared their teams with what they would like to see in these moments. And Puerto Rico showing an ability to keep possession and squander the attack of the Dominican Republic. Garner on the left side, driving run to the inline, pulls it across, not quite cut back enough and cleared by the Dominican Republic. Pardo will press, won by Sims. Sims attempting to find Garner, not enough on that left-footed ball and cleared. Garner, opposite side ball, Sims through on her right foot, and just not able to catch that one to keep it low is Sims. A great little prep touch by Indigo Sims on a blindside ball to the backside, but just catching it on the bounce, not able to get it on frame. Approaching the last 10 minutes before added time. Dominican Republic down 3-1. Possessing around the back, but really needing to get more numbers forward. So many players checking to the ball, but not really providing much to test Puerto Rico, and that'll be a foul on Gabriela Marte as a little bit of an arm grab. There is a potential loss of possession. Nieves Melchor draws that foul for Puerto Rico. Last substitution for the Dominican Republic. Alexa Pacheco coming in for Ariana Diaz of the Dominican Republic. Perhaps a little bit of energy inserted into this game to allow Dominican Republic to continue to go forward. Matos has pushed centrally with Alexa Pacheco taking the left-sided flank for Dominican Republic. Ball in by Garner. Second clearance will work as Jaslyn Viedo looks to clear the space for the Dominican Republic. Oviedo. Pacheco will be dispossessed. Wins it back, and that'll go out for a throw-in. Ball played forward, Garner, Pizarro. Pizarro will, with the overlap, will look to go 1v1, beats one. Looks to find her teammate inside, left-footed shot. Was not able to test Gomez with that shot. Diaz very active in the midfield space for Puerto Rico so far in this game. Liliana Hernandez with that last shot, but Diaz really pulling the strings in midfield for Puerto Rico, whether coming off the front line or starting a little bit deeper as she is right now. Pardo has shifted back out to her outside back initial starting position. You can see the versatility of the North Carolina product going from center mid to outside back as they try to see out this win, Puerto Rico. Pardo with the left-footed cross. 3 points most important on the day for both of these teams. Puerto Rico getting the lead and doing an excellent job of staying organized to make it hard for the Dominican Republic to really generate anything going forward of substance. A few times getting some opportunities and half opportunities in behind the back line, but it really not resulting in a whole lot besides some runs from Vargas getting in behind the back line. It's been a challenge for the Dominican Republic to get numbers forward to join Vargas in that area. And Diaz, who initially started, now Matos up top with her, but 2 against 4, difficult to create much going forward. Oviedo looks to switch the point, but well positioned by Brianna Pizarro. Pizarro continues her run down the left flank, looking for runners in the box. She has 3, able to pick out a player, but Hernandez not able to bring that one down for an opportunity. Puerto Rico still looking to get numbers forward with that 2-goal cushion. A little bit, as time goes on, a little bit less anxious, ability still to attack, not looking to set back at all and defend that 3-1 lead. Good organization, but still committing numbers into the attack. Both of these teams do play again on Sunday. Puerto Rico will play the United States in a 3 p.m. matchup. And Dominican Republic will take on Nicaragua in a 6 p.m. matchup, again in Estadio Olímpico Félix Sánchez at this site. So not a whole lot of rest, 1 day of rest in between, and they're back at it. Quick turnaround time for both of these teams. You can see both using the subs. Dispossessed by Vargas, play on. Matos will look to take on, but she doesn't have any help. Terraria will join, looking with the left-footed shot. Nothing to test Verada Vasquez. Little surprised Dominicans not pressing more than they are, allowing some time for Puerto Rico to play out, and then starting to press, and Puerto Rico does well with it. Colon dispossessed. Garner, well dealt with defensively. Hernandez, second half substitute, putting it on her right foot, and that'll be out for a goal kick. Marte. A lot on that ball, and it will be a throw into Puerto Rico. Herrera finds the feet of Matos. Good defensive shape from Puerto Rico again. Foul called, and it'll be a set piece for Puerto Rico. This game concludes the day for Group E play, every team getting their first game. Tomorrow, 2 more groups will start play. Jamaica will play Guatemala, Honduras will play Guyana at 3, Haiti and Cuba at 6, and Mexico and Panama at 6. So a lot of action coming up. We just had the senior qualifiers for Concacaf, just ended on Tuesday. Now at the U20 Women's Championships are well underway. Opening games tomorrow for 8 additional countries. Super exciting for those groups as Vargas does look to go the other way and then decides to possess. I'd love to see more numbers higher for the Dominican Republic. Goal differential can matter in these games, and where you finish, first, second, or third if you do advance, even claiming an advancement spot, or who you play. Dispossessed by Sims. She's been lively since coming in the second half. Nieves Melchor. All 3 of those attacking players, second half substitutes. There will be 3 minutes added of additional time in Santo Domingo. Pizarro finds Garner on the far side. Puerto Rico still looking to push the pace, even in this extra time. Garner slips it back. Hernandez gets it on frame. Deflection by Marte, but textbook pass from Garner, setting up a good opportunity for Liliana Hernandez. Sims will recycle possession through Pardo. Trying to sneak that ball in behind to Nieves Melchor. She does. 2 to beat in the penalty area. Well defended by Pacheco. Sims will continue to go forward. A right-footed opportunity and deflection that Gomez will save in the 92nd minute. Colon higher up the field now since Pacheco's come in. But just giving up possession too easily, the Dominican Republic. Have to give credit to Puerto Rico for the way they've been organized defensively. Made it extremely hard on this group. That'll be a throw for the Dominican Republic. Matt Gonzalez continuing to organize his Puerto Rican team. Sight set on the next game. How can they continue to improve, finish this one off, and then look forward, enjoy the 3 points, look forward to the next setup. Colon coming back to help Pacheco defensively. And that'll be off Sims for a goal kick as the seconds do wind down in this Group E contest. And that's it. That's the final whistle from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, as Puerto Rico impresses on both sides of the ball, able to score 3 goals in this game, and also only giving up the penalty kick in the first half. Second half, really showing a great defensive effort as well to not allow the attack of the Dominican Republic back in this. 3-1 victory and 3 points goes to Puerto Rico. We'll have interviews coming up and full-time stats right after this.
En los entrenamientos eso es más importante, vamos a ser muy enfocadas y nada, creo que vamos a estar bien. Sí, gracias. Gracias.
Ya le dije al profe.
Ok, súper.
Puerto Rico taking on the Dominican Republic. Got a chance to hear from the two team captains in those interviews, and it would be an exciting match early on in the game. This great goal from Brooke Hart in the 12th minute would get Puerto Rico on the board as Ivy Garner puts the ball across, looks to put it in a dangerous area. Brooke Hart makes the most of it as that run's gone across in front of her, and just a little bit of distraction, but the timing of the volley here, so great, such great technique. That is so hard to do, and what a great finish from the left winger. Another opportunity from Ana Diaz early on. Puerto Rico would generate the most opportunities in the first half. Dominican Republic starting to play a little bit more direct as the half went on to provide some more opportunities, and this would be a changing point in the game, at least initially in the first half. A penalty kick given. Marte would step up. Verada Vasquez with the save. Marte still able to put that in. Tying goal in the 43rd minute. And this is a great composed finish. Missing the initial penalty, but not letting that deter her. But 3 minutes later, Brooke Hart and Puerto Rico would come back with this ball played across. Alondra Nieves on the assist from Brooke Hart. Just 3 minutes later, not allowing the Dominican Republic to stay tied for very long, and the momentum changing and shifting. Puerto Rico would take the lead on this goal. A lot of runners into the box. Look at the commitment to get forward. Brooke Hart picking out her college and national team teammate for this goal to go up 2-1. This would be the game-winning goal. That would hold as the game-winning goal as they went into halftime. Puerto Rico, as you heard in the interview, only having a week to prepare and looking like a team that is prepared for much longer. Brooke Hart coming inside and getting her opportunity. She would continue to go against this back line all day and be very, very dangerous, not only creating opportunities for herself, but also being able to set up others, not even playing the full 90 minutes, but able to contribute so much and be dangerous for Puerto Rico. Ana Diaz would pull the strings in midfield all day, looking to find opportunities with her runs coming from her forward position. Another strike from Brooke Hart, as you can see, just looking to create opportunity after opportunity. And the Dominican Republic really being forced to defend a lot in the second half. Puerto Rico just continued to build on their first half performance. Herrera came into the game for the Dominican Republic. Oviedo with this opportunity, but not a lot with Tess Verada Vasquez. Besides that penalty kick, Verada Vasquez, and even coming up with a save there, just not a lot to make her uncomfortable in goal today in this Group E game. Angelina Vargas using her speed to look to get in behind, but nothing would really come from that. Little details on final balls from Dominican Republic would let them down. And although chances like this were created a little earlier on in the second half, as the half wore on, just harder for the Dominican Republic to get numbers forward. Super opportunistic goal right here by Ivy Garner, who assisted on the first goal in the 12th minute, then would get her own 68th minute goal as Gomez comes out aggressively. No defenders are covering for her, as they should be, in behind if she does decide to come. And Ivy Garner able to get this goal to make it 3-1 for Puerto Rico. And they would never look back after this goal. Puerto Rico was in complete control for the rest of the game. Not a lot of opportunities for the Dominican Republic, and it would end 3-1. Irregardless of the penalty kick given up in the first half, Puerto Rico overcomes that for the 3-1 victory to earn 3 points and go ahead and tie with the United States with the 3 points. All four teams from this group playing today. Nicaragua losing earlier to the United States 6-0. And these will be the full-time stats. 12 shots to 8, Puerto Rico on top. 6 of those on goal for Puerto Rico. 5 on goal for the Dominican Republic, but not a lot to Tess Verada Vasquez. 10-8 in fouls for the Dominican Republic. 1-0 in offside. And corners, Puerto Rico would have 3, Dominican Republic have 2. A lot of stuff played in the middle third. You can see the possession, not resulting in a lot of set pieces. 58% possession there for Puerto Rico. And that really would be the difference, is possession with a purpose, where Puerto Rico could generate chances to keep the Dominican Republic on their heels. We close the night out here in Santo Domingo with looking at the stats. Group E, United States and Puerto Rico tied at the top with 3 points, but USA on top with the 6 goal differential to the 2 for Puerto Rico. Dominican Republic in third place due to the -2 goal differential. That puts them above Nicaragua with -6. 2 with 3 points, 2 with 0 points. It's sure to be a tight one to figure out which 3 teams out of this group will advance. So many more games coming tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. I'm Casey White, and we'll see you on our next games coming up in this qualifying tournament.